Hi, today I just feel like I should be talking about gratification in my view. So many people have defined gratification. We have so many theories behind it. We have the religious aspect behind it. We have had even the sayings and their pursuits have been different from other people's. Um, I was looking at the critics who talk about money is not all, and those who say maybe education is not all. We have others who say having a family is not all. We have others who say getting a job does not really mean you are full. And there are those who say marriage is not all. Um, Traveling is not all. So I was just asking myself, do we really get gratification in life? So I was looking at a variety of people. We have those who say, without God, you are nothing. And I agree, of course, God is the supreme power. We do not even understand. And even if we ask 100,000 questions, we can never understand. But I accept that in everything, God is supreme. So without God, of course, I'm a nobody. But then, away from this discussion, let's get to other things. We have people who think that if you do not have promotion, then you are nobody. But I've seen, there is a time when I was on TP and I was teaching Hamisi boys, and I was in a school whereby, they are not staff room teachers actually. These were teachers who taught me from the beginning to learn that when I get to be a teacher, I shouldn't be satisfied just by sitting in the staff room, spending time in the school the whole day, and then claiming that I'm it. Yeah, I have to make time for my classes. I have to ensure I do not skip any class. I have to ensure I mark, I set exams, I give feedback, and if students come for consultation, I help. But that is not it. That's not all. You cannot be gratified just by that. My father was a teacher, but I can assure you that when I sit around him, he says he does not have all gratification from teaching. He got other gratifications from acquiring some property, maybe buying land here and there. Sometimes farming, sugarcane is what we do in our rural home. And you get gratification from the family, like when your child succeeds, when you possibly have a suitable home, when you have written a book and it has been published and people are appreciating it, or when you grow to that age, without a lot of suffering, and you have now grandchildren around you, then possibly that's your gratification. But can you now say that because I have a family, that is what everybody should have to be gratified? So I'm just talking about diversification, because I've met people who look like they're either narrow-minded or they have a sense that makes them to think about their own gratification as the gratification everybody should have. And I don't think that is right, because it makes you want to force people into a certain lane when other people have other things to acquire. Personally, I normally say if I only stepped a foot in the military, even for 1 month, and maybe died, I would be actually gratified. That is something I always say. And I wish, if I do not get this, maybe a child whom I know, whether it's mine or the ones I normally take care of just out of charity, orphans, or maybe a family member or a friend's child whom I'm very close to, if they get to this and I actually see them walking steps in this and serving the nation, whether it's in Kenya or America, then I'll be so happy. Currently, I'm above that age where Kenyans take people to police. I applied several times, and unfortunately, I was unable to secure anything to do with military. But I always admire, when I see military men, whether they are dying in war, I do not regret. I just say, I wish I was in this. Now, gratification, therefore, is something that is very complex, and I don't think you should actually be preaching to me about what you've got and saying that this is what you have to do. because you do not know what I am. You do not know what actually I miss in never getting what I wanted. And even if you tell me be satisfied with what you have, I'll never be satisfied, and that's me. Now, I've met people who think because they have property, they have money, that's all. But when you look behind, the shades, you realize there is something they are missing. Yeah. Especially being a teacher, I've met these parents who have everything, the biggest car, they can provide every kind of food to their children, they have the best job, they can go to the best hotels, but then they begin complaining about their marriage. Maybe they are not together with the wife and the child is having a problem, they are not growing up well, and possibly maybe they do not have a stable home, or maybe their child is not growing up right. You find that a child is now in Form 3, and that's when the parent they realize, oh, the world is crumbling because my child has not acquired the right skills, my child does not have respect, my child can't even perform. So what am I saying? Simply, what is gratification? Do people really have gratification when on earth? I've actually told me of my case. Yeah, I think there are some things I've done, milestones, but my gratification, if I look, even when I'm asleep, I normally believe if I go to military, maybe Americans, you can hear me. I hear American military, they take people even beyond the Kenyan age where people can get to military. If you acquire a position for me in this and I work, I would be actually gratified within me. Maybe my family wouldn't like it, maybe anybody around me wouldn't like it, but as for me, that is what I actually long for. I wish I just got that. So I have friends also, and some of them maybe because they don't have husbands, they normally long that if they got that, maybe they would be happy. Some of them say if my child gets to the best, they acquire the best, possibly career, and that is my gratification. My question to you as an audience, what is your gratification? Are you gratified in your job, career, in your current family life, in the level of wealth you have, in the groups you associate with, in the religion you are, in what you do day after day? That's my question, and this is a very broad discussion. I'm not even through it yet. I've not even started, but I just want you to think about it, brainstorm, and share with me. So if you have not pressed the notification bell, what are you waiting for? Press the notification bell so that whenever I post any video, then you're with me. Edutainment for us. You can also get me at Mswenje Dances and Singing, and there is Prissy for Life. Bye bye for now.